LIZZO'S current dancers have just come out with a statement, and people are not happy because apparently they're saying that it was written by the PR, okay, by her PR team. So let me read this statement to you. So this is allegedly from the Big Girls account, which was her show on Prime Video, where she, found the dancers or whatever. So this is what the statement says. We have had the time of our lives on the special tour. We have been so honored to share the stage with such amazing talent. This tour experience has been beyond just special. The commitment to character and culture taking precedence over every movement and moment has been one of the greatest lessons and blessings that we could possibly ask for. Okay, let me finish this. Already this is raising some red flags for me, but I don't want to be completely biased here. Let's finish reading. Thank you to Lizzo for shattering limitations and kicking in the doorway for the big girl and big boy dancers to do what we love. You have created a platform where we have been able to parallel our passion with a purpose, not only for us, but for the women and all people breaking barriers. We've been traveling and exploring new horizons of the world, so many advantages to prevailing over hardships that society and the entertainment and beauty industry can bring. So grateful that the standards and existence of beauty in this team goes beyond the surface. Our collective gifts have authentically powered this type of energy. Love and the support can physiologically help heal the world. We are a unit of unicorns, undeniably resilient and special AF. We the big girls, we come through pop and drop it, thick booty on swole stamina goals, ain't no stopping. We the big boys, we coming through, move out the way, big step in, head bussin', got the boys, love the big girls and big boys. Okay, who wrote that? Who the hell wrote this? This sounds like just people don't talk like this. If this was collectively from the group, why not just make a video? And you know what? There's a lot of backlash that's been going on with this post, as if Lizzo wasn't going through enough. Somebody writes, yikes, let's not invalidate the brave people who came forward about Lizzo. This is disgusting. Somebody else writes, curious if this was written by the boss of the dance crew who was allegedly trying to openly convert her employees to Christianity. I obviously have no idea what all actually happened, but this seems a bit passive aggressive and tone deaf. I don't doubt they had the time of their lives. They were touring with Lizzo, for God's sakes, for goodness sakes. But that didn't mean these other things didn't happen. And to not even acknowledge the accusations when it's pretty clear what this statement is referring to also seems a bit weird. So somebody writes, oh, look, there's a little support over here. Current dancers, I will believe, over disgruntled former dancers with an agenda. ISWIS. Oh, somebody wrote, a time was had. I love and miss y'all down. Dear vulnerable narcissist waiting to pounce on this, go to therapy. Oh, somebody wrote, these dancers all know what happened. Unfortunately, things will never change when you don't speak up. I'm sure a lot of you attended the Dancers Alliance meeting that just happened. Dancers will keep getting treated like this if they don't unite. It's a shame when you don't stand up for your peers. Okay, so this is the thing. Apparently, the dance industry is pretty awful. They don't treat dancers well because they're easily dispensable. That's what people say. I don't agree with this, just saying. The issue that I have with this lawsuit, okay? First and foremost, so this is a copy of the lawsuit that's been circulating. And as you can see, it says deadline on it. There is no docket number here. Okay, there's just some info here, for their attorneys, but there's no docket number. And it's actually quite strange that they wouldn't have filed it first, that it must have been leaked by the attorneys themselves, I guess. I mean, so they wanted to make noise, obviously. And what's contained in the lawsuit, these are the causes of actions. So sexual harassment, all right? This was asserted by all the plaintiffs, so all three of the girls, against all of the defendants. And the defendants are, let's see, the plaintiffs, Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez. And the defendants are Big Girl Big Touring Inc., Melissa Jefferson, aka Lizzo. It's funny that there's a misspelling here. So they're personally suing Lizzo. Her real name is Melissa Jefferson. They're suing Charlene Quigley. That's the choreographer or the manager. So let's see. Let's pull up the causes of action. So hostile work environment, that's asserted by all the plaintiffs against all of the defendants. There's failure to prevent and or remedy hostile work environment, sexual harassment, asserted by all the plaintiffs against all defendants. Religious harassment, asserted by all the plaintiffs against Charlene Quigley and Big Girl Big Touring Inc. So that's because I guess like this, they're saying that Charlene Quigley basically was, shoving Christianity down these ladies' throats. Failure to prevent and or remedy religious harassment, asserted by all plaintiffs against all defendants. Racial harassment, plaintiffs Williams. So let's see. So Crystal Williams Okay, so racial harassment asserted by Crystal Williams and Ariana Davis against Big Girl Big Touring Company, Inc. So I guess because they didn't do anything about it, against the racial harassment. Disability discrimination. That was asserted by Ariana Davis against Big Girl Touring, Inc. and Lizzo. So the disability discrimination was anxiety. And I guess that had come up when they were filming the show. So they did some sort of like psychological evaluation. And so anxiety showed up in one of their psychological evaluation, and I guess they were making it worse. Intentional interference with prospective economic advantage. So that was asserted by all plaintiffs against Big Girl Big Touring, Inc. Assault asserted by Noel Rodriguez and Ariana Davis against Lizzo. And false imprisonment asserted by Ariana Davis against Big Girl Big Touring, Inc. So the false imprisonment was, I guess, because Ariana Davis was recording the conversation, or I guess, Lizzo found out that she was recording, or somebody was recording the conversation. Ariana Davis was accused of recording, and Lizzo would not let her leave. So that's the assault. That's the false imprisonment, as well as the assault is that against Noel Rodriguez and Ariana Davis. Lizzo, I guess, threatened them. According to them, Lizzo clenched her fists and got really pissed off. I mean, I would be pissed off if somebody was recording me, but in this day and age, I mean, that's why you have to watch what you say, because it's so easy to just record anybody these days. I will say that it's interesting to note that some of the causes of action are probably actionable in federal court because they seem to involve the violation of a federal statute. This would probably include the causes of action for hostile work environment, sexual harassment, religious harassment, racial harassment, and disability discrimination. So plaintiffs could have brought, so I spoke to an attorney about this, and apparently, the plaintiffs could have actually brought the state law claims for intentional interference with prospective economic advantage, assault, and false imprisonment in federal court under supplemental jurisdiction. So supplemental jurisdiction is the authority of United States federal courts to hear additional claims substantially related to the original claim, even though the court would lack the subject matter jurisdiction to hear the additional claims independently. The thing is, remember, federal courts have jurisdiction or authority to hear two types of cases: federal question cases and diversity of citizenship cases. So federal question cases involving the violation, federal statute, and diversity of citizenship cases are cases that are based on the violation of state law, where the opponents are citizens of different states and the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000. So this was filed. This is not a federal lawsuit. This was filed in California. So it's highly likely that plaintiffs didn't bring the action in federal court because they believe they will receive more favorable treatment in state court, and or it is easier to prove the claims under the State-Based Fair Employment and Housing Act than under their federal law counterparts. So that's interesting. So look, a lot of things have happened to Lizzo since this lawsuit has been filed. I mean, she lost over 250,000 Instagram subscribers. She was fired from a Disney concert. So let me pull this up. So this happened. This was like maybe like a day or two later. So according to the Associated Press, Lizzo has been sued by 3 former dancers who accused the Grammy winner of sexual harassment and allege the singer and the production company created a hostile work environment. We won't get into more details because this is a family website. However, Lizzo is in hot water with her fans and with the law. Here is the official statement. Quote, "We have decided to cancel the Lizzo Castle concert while we look forward to a big performance from Lizzo. We unfortunately have to cancel the show. All guests who bought tickets will be refunded," end quote. The good news is that Disney will refund guests. Oftentimes when they cancel events, the tickets are non-refundable and doesn't refund you. However, there is one more element to the story. Lizzo protesting new ride weight limit. So prior to the concert being canceled, Lizzo and Disney were already in dispute, allegedly, according to this article. The dispute was over the new weight limit that Disney is adding to many of their rides. You can read more about that here. Let's see. Essentially, Disney is adding a weight limit of 180 pounds or less to many of their rides. Clearly, Lizzo weighs more than 180 pounds, and she was not happy with the new policy. I mean, so I don't know. This is the thing. Lizzo's been taken out of the Super Bowl. I guess they were considering her for a Super Bowl show. There's been news that her and her boyfriend have been fighting and they had broken up. Then I guess Lizzo came out and said that they were not fighting or that they didn't break up. I guess they had unfollowed each other on Instagram. What else has happened? I mean, but the thing that bothers me here is the entertainment industry is disgusting. Okay, let's just be frank here. And dancers are not treated well. And this is the thing here. I think that, yes, a lot of people are upset because Lizzo is supposed to stand for, big girls and body positivity and inclusivity. And here she was fat shaming her own staff and dancers. So yes, it's shocking to all. The thing that bothers me here, though, is that I feel like, I think that Lizzo is, she's being the poster child of an industry that's notorious for just treating people, like they're dispensable. So, is Lizzo going to be completely canceled forever? No, I think that, look, Beyonce, shouted her out a few days ago at her concert. And there are some celebrities that are showing their support for Lizzo. I think that the people, like, yes, okay, Lizzo should take accountability. But I think the issue here is the industry at large. And look, if something good can come out of this, that'll be great. With that being said, I think that people are way too quick to just point the finger, blame somebody, cancel them, don't allow them to defend themselves properly, and they're not looking at the issue at hand here. And that's the problem with cancel culture, and it's only getting worse. So another thing is that people just start coming out of the woodworks. Like, when one of these celebrities or just anybody is ostracized and quote unquote canceled, you have people coming out of the woodwork. Like, for instance, this woman that is accusing Lizzo of stealing her man. It's like, dude, your man left. Like, why are you blaming Lizzo? Like, blame your man for bouncing. Yeah, then you have this Oscar nominee, Sophia Nafil Allison, says she exited Lizzo documentary because singer was arrogant and unkind. Quote, I was treated with such disrespect by her, end quote. It's like, why does she have to come out now that, these allegations are going on? Like, this was back in 2019. Sophia Nali Allison, whose short film, A Love Song for Latasha, 2019, was nominated at the Oscars for Best Documentary Short Subject, revealed on her social media pages that she exited her role as a director of a Lizzo documentary in 2019 after only 2 weeks because, quote, she was treated with such disrespect by the Grammy-winning pop star. Allison's post went live several hours after a trio of former dancers for Lizzo filed a lawsuit against the singer, accusing her of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. You see, like, it just starts, growing legs, and people are just like, yeah, me too. Like, I guess it all started with the Me Too movement. And the thing is, it's supposed to be a powerful movement. But then what happens is that just people start hopping on the bandwagon and pointing the finger. And it's like, okay, if you were to remove Lizzo and cancel her for good, right? Where that, let's say you cancel her for good, she's not a superstar anymore. And, let's say she ends up being a teacher or something, or she ends up, I don't know, selling hot dogs from a cart on the street. Like, what do these people want, right? Let's say she was canceled for good. Is that going to solve the issue in the industry? Probably not. And that's the thing, is that it sounds like Lizzo maybe has to be the catalyst here. And I think that we as people need to hold celebrities accountable, yes. But you gotta let somebody grow. Seems like her apology was not genuine. At least that's what her fans said. With that being said, maybe Lizzo needs to get new management. I don't think that it's just her. That's the thing.